मुकाबला from the bottom निकला टॉप डाला पैसा तो मुनाफा माँ पे गाली सीधा लाफा रैप द नाका सुनते बांग्ला मुझे थाका मैं 5 स्टार के कपड़े पहन के खाता मैं हूँ धाबे पे स्ट्रीम्स हो या ड्रीम्स अब पूरा कामयाब मैं कोहली वाला माइंडसेट और धोनी जैसा शाप मैं हर पब में जी और गेम है मेरे हाथ में हंसता सीधा बैंक तक 50 वाले लाफ में हा भाई तू है वीक और मैं लेता हफ्ता खुद के तेरे हाथ में तूने रखा चमचा पूरा गैंग ग्राइमी हा टॉप सीधा शॉट्स तेरे ब्रेन
तैयार हो दुनिया के सबसे बड़े ई क्रिकेट गेम रियल क्रिकेट 24 के लिए JetSynthesys presents Global E-Cricket Premier League.
Excellent piece of fielding.
Oh, he's launched this superbly.
देखो 8 जाबाज टीम्स को fighting for glory and 2.51 crores. जब रगों में दौड़े क्रिकेट का जोश और दिल में हो love of esports. With real cricket, India gives e-cricket to the world.
बुला रहा है जीत का डिजिटल मैदान. Let's go!
Catch the action on Jio Cinema.
Pacer has been brought into the attack. Looked impossible. That's his 100 on a top-class inning.
Excellent fielding.
Huge appeal. And he's given it. Gigantic six. Whoa! Undid the batter with a beauty.
Direct hit. He's a gun fielder. He's launched this superbly.
आज सबको दिखा दूंगा. कल दाविंदर ने भी टिप्स दिए ना यार, आज तो 6 बॉल 6 छक्के. अरे दोस्तों, वेलकम बैक. मैं हूं आपका होस्ट नीरज पुरन राव और मेरे साथ है कहाँ गया ओए
The all new Bajaj Pulsar 125. मैं 562 किलोमीटर चलाऊं इस पे फुल टैंक पे. 125cc इंजन along with that of course 46.9 kilometers per liter माइलेज. पूरा पुणे घूम के आया हूं मैं भाई. मिस कर दिया तुमने. He chose to play, I just chose for a ride. Doesn't it make fair sense? But yes, Neeraj, we have a show to start, right? We have a show to start. So I'm going to head over to the stage alongside Neeraj for the show starter. आ जाओ यार, start करते हैं. What's up? What's up?
वेलकम बैक दोस्तों. Yep, मैं हूं आपका होस्ट नीरज पुरन राव
And Captain Price alongside Neeraj.
दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा ई क्रिकेट गेम रियल क्रिकेट 24 पर क्या हो रहा है? JetSynthesys presents the Global E-Cricket Premier League. क्रिकेट, गेमिंग, esports and entertainment का perfect combination.
Riding with swag का भी perfect combination.
Oh,
इसमें
yes.
हमने आज add कर दिया है. And with that, we are on day number 7.
Day
Neeraj.
7.
Day 7 मतलब halfway done. Almost 65% of the tournament is over. अभी देखो बाकी रहेगा फाइनल्स वगैरह, लेकिन अगले आने वाले 5 दिनों में डू यू थिंक वी कैन एक्सपेक्ट समथिंग अनएक्सपेक्टेड?
बिल्कुल यार, आई थिंक अभी टूर्नामेंट का हीट बढ़ते जा रहा है, स्पेशली टुडे. आज 5 मैचेस नहीं है, आज 6 मैचेस है. मतलब आज सबसे ज्यादा ड्रामा देखने मिलेगा.
एब्सोल्युटली. एंड सबसे बड़ी बात ये भी रहेगी कि चेन्नई का आज एक भी मुकाबला नहीं है 6 के 6 में से.
चेन्नई आज पवेलियन में बैठ के मजे करने वाली है.
मजे करेंगे या टेंशन में रहेंगे?
खुश
Because
है कि
उनके
आज
9
थोड़ा
मैचेस
रेस्ट
हो
मिल
चुके
रहा
हैं,
है,
yeah.
बट टेंशन में तो रहेंगे.
9 मैचेस हो चुके हैं,
Yeah.
बाकी सबके 7 मैचेस,
Yeah,
8 मैचेस हुए
matches,
हैं
yeah.
दिल्ली के, राइट?
Yeah.
सो कंसीडरिंग दैट आई थिंक टेंशन का माहौल ज्यादा रहेगा.
उनके कैप्टन बहुत कूल है एंड उनकी
agreed.
स्ट्रेटजी हमेशा यही रहती है कि
See,
वन
captains are always
गेम
cool.
एट अ टाइम.
Captains are always cool, no?
Yeah.
Captain Price. So, okay, chalo.
अरे what a plug.
Yeah, and with that, yes, we are on day number 7. आज overall हम 6 मैचेस देखने वाले हैं, जिसमें 6 के 6 मैचेस बहुत crucial है, not just for Chennai but for everyone out there. Points table पे we've already seen the top spot being secured by the Vipers, and I think Vipers have done a fantastic job, right? पिछले
बिल्कुल,
कुछ दिनों में
बिल्कुल,
they've maintained a streak,
Yeah.
and बाकी हम teams की बात करेंगे, 2nd to 8th spot, it's still open.
Exactly.
कोई भी अभी
Exactly,
secure
yes.
नहीं है 2nd से 8th position के बीच में. Out of those 7 teams, any of the other 3 will qualify.
वही है यार. व्हाट इज रियली इंटरेस्टिंग ना कि वो सेकंड, थर्ड और फोर्थ के बीच में ना, तो जो कोलकाता हो गया,
Yeah.
मुंबई होगा एंड इवन नाउ राइनोस, इट्स वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. उनका जो पावर स्ट्रगल चल रहा है ना वहां पे, कि यार हु इज गोना कम इन द टॉप 2, वो देखना बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग होगा.
मजेदार तो होगा ही, बट इस मजा को और बढ़ाने के लिए आई थिंक आवर एनालिस्ट्स आर रेडी.
Yes, but
But
before that, GEPL would now like to thank its sponsors. Title sponsor, JetSynthesys. Official partner, Lenskart, Bajaj Pulsar NS 125, Dhruv Global School, Phenolics Pipe, and Fleetguard Filtrum.
Along with that, Flipkart, AMD, Zebronics, LG Ultragear and Gigabyte भी हमारे ऑफिशियल पार्टनर्स में से है. उसी के साथ साथ हमारे ब्रॉडकास्ट पार्टनर स्पोर्ट्स 18 एंड हमारे स्ट्रीमिंग पार्टनर जियो सिनेमा भी रहने वाले. स्ट्रेटेजिक पार्टनर स्काई स्पोर्ट्स, रियल क्रिकेट 24 एंड ग्लोबल म्यूजिक जंक्शन.
Yes, and आज swag के साथ अभी we will throw it to our analysts.
Boys, take it away.
Hello and welcome then to JetSynthesys presents the Global E-Cricket Premier League. 6 days of non-stop exhilarating action in front of you all. You're watching us on Geo Cinema and 6 days of non-stop action. Here we are on the 7th day. The table toppers, Dubai Vipers, taking on Sydney Panthers, who have had a mixed run so far. Joining me along is our expert Chetan Narula. Chetan, 6 days, बहुत कुछ देखने मिला है हमें.
बहुत कुछ देखने को मिला है हमें. 30 मैच देखने को मिले हैं हमें. It's the halfway stage of the GEPL. 60 matches in total, 4 knockout matches. Now we are at the halfway stage. 30 matches पूरे हो चुके हैं and the teams are very, very close in the points table that we will see shortly. But this is the best e-cricket tournament in the world.
Well, like we've already told you all that JetSynthesys has given e-cricket to the world. I mean, we're seeing so many lives being changed out there. Yes, we did start with the registrations during the month of June, where lakhs of players, participants went to their registration eventually for the GPL qualifiers, where some of the finest talent across the country, in fact, across the world, who have come out to play the GPL. And then eventually we went on to a draft where these players were put into 8 teams, which we'll eventually see out here, followed by the closed league, which we are here today. Remember, we are building up for that land finale, which you see in front of you all. 8 December is that day. But for that 8 December, these teams have to qualify for the top 4.
Yes, these are our 8 teams. Dubai Vipers, Delhi Sharks, London Rhinos, Chennai Wolves, New York Apes, Mumbai Grizzlies, Kolkata Hawks and Sydney Panthers. सब जगह से 2 लाख के आसपास players आए थे हमारे पास. The best 48 players in these 8 teams. The brute players, the radical players, the balanced players, the defensive players. और हम अपने viewers को बता दें, the balanced players and the defensive players, वो गेम को होल्ड करते हैं. गेम को आगे कौन बढ़ाता है? The brutes and the radicals, with their aggression, with their timing and a little less margin of error.
Well, now since we get moving towards that business end of the season, there is no room for error, certainly. You see there, table toppers, Dubai Vipers, really getting the advantage of all the other teams who played yesterday. Sydney Panthers, quite a lot to catch up, Chetan.
Yeah, and this is a beautiful, beautiful points table at the halfway stage at the GEPL. Dubai Vipers 10 points. आज एक ही मैच खेल रहे हैं, so they need to win this game to maintain their top standing. London Rhinos 8, Kolkata 8, Mumbai 8, New York 8. These 4 teams are playing 2 matches each, and as also is Sydney, जिनके पास आज मौका है अपनी किस्मत चेंज करने का. Chennai Wolves 9 matches they have played, 6 points only. They have got a rest day. So unless Delhi and Sydney lose, Chennai will finish at the bottom, but the top of the table will change definitely.
Well, there it is then. The matches for today. Remember, we are having 6 today as opposed to what we are having 5 in the last couple of days. Like we said, we are building to that important qualifier. Sydney start with Dubai. Remember, they did play yesterday against each other, the last game, where Dubai emerged victorious by 3 wickets. This is a shot at redemption for Sydney. And of course, then we have the likes of London taking on Mumbai. I think I'll be watching that game where Sydney come back against Mumbai eventually for that 4th game. And then we have another cracker, Delhi taking on Kolkata.
Yeah, so the first 3 games of the day are reverse fixtures from day 6. Sydney, Dubai, London, Mumbai, New York, Kolkata. And then the other reverse fixtures from the previous days. Like I mentioned earlier, we are in the second half of the tournament, the business end of the tournament. Each point matters from here onwards.
Well, of course, we go forward and understand the GEPL much better, as much as these players are wanting to understand. And there it is. Well, the talent predictions for everybody. Crips, me, Flocky, Chetan and Lucifer. Well, it was a mixed bag for all of us yesterday. And we did have a conversation after how a couple of us get it wrong completely. And some of us, well, kind of figure out a few of them, isn't it, Chetan?
Yeah, it's going to be interesting how the red light, green lights look today. Looking forward to how the matches end up.
Well, of course, it comes after careful considerations of all the teams that have played. But you know what? The best point or the best part of GEPL has been that we all have been taken by surprise. We've really seen some shockers where some of the table toppers have been surprised throughout. And that's how it looks like for the day. Sydney Panthers taking the first game for the day against the Dubai Vipers. That face, of course, a familiar one for Dubai Vipers. They're calm and composed when he gets into the game. But what matters more is when they come back, they will have to come all guns blazing. There it is, the Sydney Panthers roster there. Pradyumna again has a very big responsibility.
Yeah, he's in the top 5 run scorers. Pradyumna, he's the brute player for Sydney Panthers. Then you have Azan, Akshu and Saurabh. They have contributed good runs, but none of them have crossed the 100-run mark. Chetan and JP, well, my namesake, he's got 4 wickets. And his economy, though, is on the higher side. But Chetan and JP have been among the wickets. Compared to Dubai, their team is a bit underperforming. लेकिन उस दिन पर उन 5 ओवरों में कुछ भी हो सकता है, which is where Sydney will take the challenge.
A lot will be dependent on that. On the other side, Roy has performed pretty well. You've seen him in the last game come out as well, doing good with that partnership with the likes of Mukesh. And I think today it is just an action replay of yesterday, maybe?
Yeah, and Mukesh and Manish, those 2 players, the best all-rounders in the tournament. 140 plus runs, 9 plus wickets for the each of them. और दुबई जो टॉप ऑफ द टेबल है इस समय, वो इन 2 प्लेयर्स के कारण है. बाकी के जो 4 प्लेयर हैं उनको बहुत अच्छे से सपोर्ट करते हैं. They know their roles well. They know when to do, what to do. It's these 2 players who are there to be watched out for.
And remember, these players are 5. Earlier on, they were playing that game individually when they were playing the qualifiers. Now it is a team game. They have to combine well as a unit. We also have gone through that stage where these players were actually shivering when they actually went on the stage. A lot of them, remember, have come out for the very first time. They tried to acclimatize to what's given out here. Remember, it's a massive setting at the GEPL. They're trying to get through, but now all that is left behind. What they have to get down to is competition. Chetan, I think Dubai Vipers would be raring to go against Sydney Panthers. At the end of the day, what matters is the 2 points for them. We're having a look at one of these players who is fabulous on the field out there and is also an incredible human being. We have a look at what Manish has to say about the GPL.
मेरा नाम मनीष राय है और मैं कोलकाता वेस्ट बंगाल से हूँ और मैं कॉलेज स्टूडेंट हूँ. मुझे रियल क्रिकेट खेलना काफ़ी पसंद है और मैं ग्राउंड में भी क्रिकेट खेलता हूँ. मुझे भी नहीं पता था और मेरी फैमिली को भी नहीं पता था कि मैं यहाँ तक आ जाऊँगा, और यहाँ आने के बाद मेरे पेरेंट्स काफ़ी सपोर्ट कर रहे हैं. तो आप भी अपने बच्चों को सपोर्ट करें, उनको ड्रीम को फुलफिल करने का मौका दें. मुझे यहाँ आने के बाद काफ़ी अच्छा फील हो रहा है और मैं सारे फ्रेंड के साथ मिल रहा हूँ. हमारी टीम में सारे अच्छे बंदे हैं, अच्छे हैं, उनके साथ काफ़ी अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे. मेरा कैप्टन मुकेश काफ़ी अच्छा है और हमें काफ़ी सपोर्ट कर रहा है. वैसे तो मैंने काफ़ी सारे टूर्नामेंट खेले और जीते भी, लेकिन यहाँ आने के बाद काफ़ी अच्छा फील हो रहा है. हम ट्राई करेंगे आगे भी अच्छे करें और ये टूर्नामेंट जीते. थैंक यू GPL.
And you look at the GPL, the kind of platform it is providing to these young players coming from distant places. And you know what's the best part? The parents are identifying the platform that is being given to them, the stage that has been set for them, and what they can achieve in e-gaming, in e-cricket at the GEPL.
Well, we did have a look of how they are off the field. Well, but when you talk about that characteristic on the field, let's have a look at the players to watch out for today. Because remember, I mean, Sydney as a team, or moreover, Dubai as a team, has performed well as a unit, which is really what matters. Manish out there, no doubt for him. You just heard him. And Pradyumna, time for him to fire today. Didn't do that yesterday.
Yeah, and you know what? It's pretty matching with what they do with the bat. 147, 151, strike rate of 213 and 210. Not much to choose there. Pradyumna opens the innings for Sydney, gives them that impetus. Manish is more versatile, sometimes opening, sometimes low down the order. But what Manish offers is also wickets. He's taken 9 wickets. So Pradyumna, a lot is resting on his shoulders to give that great start to his side. And you know, Manish will be there for his team.
Well, you've seen when the brutes fire, well, it turns out to be completely in favor of the teams which are actually getting the runs in that first 2 overs, which is actually the power play in that 5-over game which we have. We'll have to wait if that really happens. But for now, we are ready for the toss. Let's go down to our host along with the umpires and the captains.
Thank you, Roshan Anna. Thank you, Chetan, for that expert pre-match analysis. दोस्तों, मैं हूँ आपका host नीरज पुरन राव, and आज 7वां दिन है, 7वां दिन, and the first match is about to start. In case you have missed any of the previous episodes, आप हमसे मिल सकते हैं only on Jio Cinema. Now, before the toss, I would like to call upon stage the Dubai Vipers and the Sydney Panthers. A big round of applause, guys.
Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Piyush, hey, I was just on Lenskart. ये जो price है $999, right?
नहीं करण, रुपीज है.
I can't be seen wearing glasses under 1 lakh. Price थोड़ा ज़्यादा हो सकता है क्या?
करण, ये बढ़िया प्राइस है. It's only because we don't have middlemen.
90,000.
आप कहीं और से ले लो.
80,000.
I'm going. Bye.
अमीरों की हाई लगेगी तुझे.
Factory वाले prices, no middlemen. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
मेरे साथ है कैप्टन मुकेश दोडवानी फॉर टीम दुबई वाइपर्स एंड अक्षत कौंडाल फॉर टीम सिडनी पैंथर्स. मुकेश, ये बताइए, आप अभी टेबल टॉप पे हो, द टीम इज एट द टॉप.
हाँ.
आपके अगेंस्ट ऐसे प्लेयर्स हैं जो पता नहीं रियल क्रिकेट कितने टाइम से खेल रहे, हु बिन प्लेइंग दिस फॉर सो मेनी इयर्स. दाविंदर बोल्दो, कोटाड़िया भाई, महेश तेजस माहेरा, तो ये सारे एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर्स हैं. उनकी टीम फिर भी परफॉर्म नहीं कर पा रही है. बट यू हैव अ रिलेटिवली यंगर टीम एंड आप तो ओपनली क्लेम करते हो तो यार मैं तो स्ट्रैटेजी भी नहीं बनाता मैच से पहले, आई विंग इट ऑन द गो. तो फिर हाउ डज दैट प्ले यार?
सी वो लोग लेजेंड्स है इस गेम के, बट द सीन इज वो लोग अपने कंधे पे ज़्यादा प्रेशर ले लेंगे, मेरे को परफॉर्म करना ही चाहिए.
ओके.
और उसी में परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आ रहा है वो लोग का. वो लोग को काम रहना है, परफॉर्मेंस अपने आप आएगा.
देवेंद्र की हंसी तो देखो ना, आज दिखाता हूँ
तुझे. जैसे आज ही प्रेशर में लगा देवेंद्र मेरे को.
तो आप कह रहे हो कि द एक्सपीरियंस्ड प्लेयर्स आर अंडर प्रेशर राइट नाउ?
यार कि उन्हीं को परफॉर्म करना ही चाहिए,
अच्छा,
उसी में परफॉर्मेंस नहीं आ रहा है वो लोग का।
और आप बिल्कुल अंडर प्रेशर नहीं हो
मैं
लाइक?
देखता हूँ जो बॉल बाय बॉल जो होगा देखा जाएगा।
ओके, एंड इनके बारे में क्या कहना है? अक्षत आपके बहुत अच्छे दोस्त हैं,
Yeah.
आपके लिए कॉफी हर रात बना के देते हैं। तो व्हाट अबाउट सिडनी पैंथर्स?
They are a strong team and I
Yeah.
guess they will come hard on us today.
ओके,
But अपनी स्ट्रेटेजी है आज थोड़ी बहुत।
है थोड़ी, आज थोड़ी स्ट्रेटजी है। अभी हम लैटर स्टेज में आ रहे हैं, अभी तक तो ठीक था, यहाँ से आगे जाना है तो
strategies
थोड़ा
पड़ेगी,
स्ट्रेटेजाइज
Yeah.
करना पड़ेगा। ओके, अक्षत अभी आप रैंक 7 पे हो, है ना? वन ऑफ द लोएस्ट रैंक टीम्स। मेंटली क्या चल रहा है? बिकॉज आज प्री मैच अपने जो प्रिडिक्शंस थे उसमें हमारे कास्टर्स, एनालिस्ट सब ने कहा कि यार आज दुबई जीतने वाली है, तो वो मेंटल गेम क्या चल रहा है अभी?
नहीं, उसकी तरफ हम देखते भी नहीं है।
अच्छा, आप देखते ही नहीं उनके प्रेडिक्शन की तरफ?
उसका मानना है, मेरा मानना है कि जो प्रेडिक्शन करते हैं वो उससे उनकी टीम के ऊपर ज्यादा प्रेशर आता है।
ओह, सो यू आर सेइंग कि दुबई के ऊपर प्रेशर?
उनकी एक्सपेक्टेशन पर खरा भी उतरना पड़ेगा।
Okay,
हमारे
okay.
लिए तो है कि जीत गए तो फिर
Okay.
सेटिस्फेक्शन मिलेगा कि
Yeah.
उनको गलत कर दिया।
तो आज आप दुबई की स्ट्रैटेजी अपनाने वाले हो? यू आर नॉट गोइंग टू बी अंडर प्रेशर, आप भी स्ट्रैटेजी कुछ करके नहीं आओ, आज ऑन द गो देख लोगे?
देख लेंगे।
चलो, आपको क्या लगता है आपके टीम में इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर कौन है जो आज के मैच में लाइक विल रियली मेक द डिफरेंस?
सभी है,
सभी, बट
आज
लाइक
के मैच में ध्रुवा चल जाए तो फिर ये वन साइड ले जाता है।
अगर ध्रुवा चल गया,
अजान भाई चल गए, फिर वो भी
तो वन साइडेड होगा। सेम क्वेश्चन टू यू यार मुकेश, अपने आप को छोड़ के आपको क्या लगता है आपकी टीम के जो इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर कौन है?
आज अंकित लग रहा है।
अंकित है? ओके, अंकित आजा यार, आजा। अंकित भाई, बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज। अंकित ऑफ स्टेज जितना स्वैग दिखाते हैं ना, वो ऑन स्टेज थोड़ा शर्मा जाते हैं। अंकित, अभी तक का जर्नी कैसा रहा है आपका विद द टीम?
इनक्रेडिबल।
मतलब
इतना अच्छा सोचा नहीं था स्टार्ट मिलेगा, बट जैसा चल रहा है बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है। नाउ लेट्स सी आगे क्या होता है। कोशिश करेंगे टेबल टॉप करने की एंड क्वालिफाई करने की जल्द से।
आपके दर्शकों को लास्ट टाइम आपने कहा था कि आई मिस माई मॉम, आई मिस माई बेब, एंड अभी 2 दिन हो चुके हैं, यू आर एट द टेबल टॉप। उनसे कुछ मैसेज आया, क्या बोल रहे? लाइक
बोल रहे थे जैसा चल रहा है वैसे चलने थे ना। और दुआ है हमारी।
ओके, cool. Okay guys, let's get on guys. Let's now call the umpire for the toss. A big round of applause यार हमारे umpire के लिए। ओह, वो स्वैग तो देखो। Frames by Lenskart. चलिए guys, captains, who's gonna take the call? Akshat. Okay, Akshat is gonna take the call. Okay, Sydney Panthers is going for the call. They've taken call heads and okay. Heads it is. चलो, टॉस जीत गए, अभी देखना है मैच जीतोगे क्या नहीं। क्या लोगे? बैटिंग?
बॉल फर्स्ट।
You're sure? Okay. Anything else you want to say to the opposing team? कुछ कहना चाहते हो? अपने दोस्तों को कुछ कहना चाहते हो? आज तू कॉफी पिलाएगा? कुछ नहीं कहना है। You wanna know just okay. So bowling it is. चलिए, दुबई वाइपर्स, you're gonna be batting first. Actually आपका बैटिंग लाइन भी काफी अच्छा है. So is it something that you are prepared कि?
No, we are ready for it.
You're ready for it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay guys. All the best to both the captains. चलिए, guys. You saw that best of luck. It was like तेरे को दिखाता हूँ, subtext वो था, अभी दिखाता हूँ तुझे. Okay guys. Match number 1, day 7. Sydney Panthers have won the toss and they have chosen to bowl. अब देखते हैं क्या होगा. Over and out to my expert analyst.
Well, yesterday, of course, in that game which we had, the last one, it was Dubai who won the toss and chose to bowl. Things have changed now. It's got reversed. It's Sydney who win the toss. And again, there is no brainer out there. They chose to bowl.
Though no doubt at all that they would choose to bowl, but Sydney have to be careful. They have to target the two most important batsmen, Mukesh and Manish.
Well, we'll see that if they can really do that. But for now, we're ready for the game. Let's go down to our casters. We'll be calling the shots from the commentary box.
All new Pulsar Manias here. Maniacs wanted.
अब आगे कुछ भी हो सकता है।
रोटी शर्ट पहन के आया साइकिल लोन लगा के फोन बता दे सबको बच के ऑल फ्लाइट्स टू रिमेन ग्राउंडेड चारों गाड़ी जिद कर देगी
जो खुद की सुनते हैं दुनिया उनकी सुनती है। लेंस का आकड़ है
लेकिन ये पाइप
चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, देवी और सज्जन और हमारे सारे दर्शकों का एक बार फिर से स्वागत है जेट सिंथेसिस प्रेजेंट्स द ग्लोबल ई क्रिकेट प्रीमियर लीग में। मैं हूं फ्लो की, मेरे साथ है क्रिप्स और हम 7वें दिन पे आ चुके हैं जहां पे 6 मैचेस खेली जाएंगी। क्रिप्स, वी स्टार्टिंग ऑफ द डे विद दुबई वाइपर्स going up against the Sydney Panthers, with the Sydney Panthers winning the toss and choosing to bowl.
And this is a desperate, very important game for the Sydney Panthers. They are currently at the second last position on the overall leaderboards. They are going up against Dubai Panthers, जो एकदम top पर बैठे हैं.
Yeah.
So now Sydney Panthers need to just activate their afterburners and propel themselves as high up as possible.
Yeah, I think you meant the Dubai Vipers. You and I get confused. Yeah, we're making up new teams as we go along. Obviously, 8 teams is not enough, so we're going to have the Dubai Panthers coming in. We're going to have the Mumbai Sharks.
My bad.
No.
Sydney Panthers need these points desperately. That's my point. And Dubai Vipers, they're sitting up on top.
Yeah, we've both goofed up, on the name so far. It happens, but it should be an interesting game. It's the table toppers going up against the players who have been on a bit of a resurgence here. The Sydney Panthers, they didn't start off as strong as they would have liked, but they're certainly starting to claw their way back up. No pun intended. Let's see if they can continue that streak over here, or if this time around Dubai Vipers are going to start off strong with their batting. Seems like they are.
It's the claws versus fangs, and the fangs dig deep for a boundary on the very first ball itself. That's a powerful pulsar, and it's 125-4. Lovely sweep though. Look at those hand movements. Timing impeccable.
I like how that fielder doesn't even attempt it, just points back towards the outside fielder, and the outside fielder is doing a 30-mile run. Yeah. Well, it's a little unfortunate. Chetan's first ball, not the best in the world, but Ankit continuing to smash it out of the park here. Of course, not always finding the connection on the middle of the bat, but hey, they can certainly keep going. I mean, Ankit Roy is a pretty decent batsman, and Dubai Vipers' batting has been quite remarkable, even though they're predominantly the bowling team. And I will always remember them as such. I think they're the first ones who came here and showed us what, really good bowling looks like. So, in those terms, they are pioneers.
I thought Neep was the one who showed us how to bowl as an absolute
He certainly did, but he came in a little bit late, so...
Yeah, true. It all started with Sydney Panthers.
Yeah, first made an over though, so yeah, that was pretty big for him. But so far, after that first 4, been relatively tame here for the Dubai Vipers. Ideally, you would like another boundary, but also you want to make sure you don't lose wickets.
Exactly, right? I feel like up until now, we've seen teams who have a decent run rate of 15 to 16 do reasonably well after their first innings.
Ooh. Oh, and it's got... This is what we were talking about, Trips. You have to be a little bit careful here. You cannot afford to lose a wicket right in the first power play over, but that's exactly what happens, Roy. Thought that he had a good connection there on the bat, and, well, while he did, the ball, it didn't really quite hit the middle.
Roy was one of the heavy hitters for this team, but now he's out at only 10 runs. That's definitely going to leave a mark on the Dubai Vipers. Another Yorker, length ball, this time flicked around towards the square leg side, not a problem. So yeah, that's what I was basically saying. Whether it's power play or any other over, as long as you can keep getting 2 runs on every single ball and then probably like 1 boundary in the over, bringing your average run rate to somewhere around 15 or 16 in an over, I think that should be healthy enough to help you defend.
I mean, it's not a bad start by any means. Even if they only got 12 runs in the previous over, it would have been okay. But losing that wicket is really what hurts you.
Yeah, that definitely hurts. Especially when you lose Roy of all people.
Now, I do want to point out that Manish, despite being a balanced batsman, has had some of the higher average runs here in this tournament. So, his batting skill is certainly up there too. But, yeah, losing your boot is definitely a bit of a problem here for the Dubai Vipers. Let's see how they adjust to it though. So far, the Sydney Panthers, they are comfortably in the driver's seat.
Not so comfortable if these dot balls keep persevering.
Yep.
But hey.
Ooh, a misfield. That's going to be costly.
Hey, only 1 run costly. As long as it's not a boundary, I think it should be fine. The point is, a lot of people have been asking us कि यार ये brute, balanced, radical batsman जो है उनमें क्या फ़र्क रहता है? Usually आप brute और radical से शुरू करते हो लेकिन lately कोई teams अपने balanced batsmen को पहले भेज रही है in the power play itself.
Yep. I think a lot of these teams are starting to feel that the first two power play overs are quite dangerous because of the spinners. As a result, they're not really too keen on losing their best batsman early on. So they send out the balanced guy. And the balanced guy has more liberty, right? To smash it and play it the way he sees fit. So you have the knowledge to know that, hey, okay, if there's going to be, you know, if there's going to be like 8 fielders on the inside field, you can still probably smash that ball across.
Nice try.
A dropped catch. It's going to be costly. But nonetheless, only 2 runs given.
Yeah, I would say it's still fine. It was a difficult catch to land. You should have seen how the guy just basically somersaulted mid-air. I was worried about the landing. Now, luckily, you don't get hurt when you land on pixelated ground. If this was a real-life match, then yeah, he would have had a sprained ankle.
Sprained ankle, you know, maybe bruise here and there, but yeah, a lot of the batsmen will be playing, that's for sure. With the way some of these balls are connected to the virtual bodies, not too sure a lot of batsmen will be getting up after that.
I mean, even their virtual character seems like he's in a bit of pain as soon as he gets hit.
Yeah.
With a ball to the gut. Yeah. Let's not talk about injuries. I feel physically hurt myself if I mention any of that. This ball going towards the outer area of the off stumps. He tried to go for a regular cover drive, but mistimed it to make it go towards point, which is still fine. As long as you're not getting out with those kind of misplays, it should be under your control.
Now, I do want to say this out there. I don't think Dubai Vipers are some of the more successful, well, how should I say this? I think they're a lot more comfortable if they get to bowl in the first innings. I think I've seen them play a lot better when they're chasing, not so much as when they're trying to defend, because they really are skilled at bowling, and playing, you know, getting a chance to bowl in the first innings gives them a lot of freedom to, you know, play however they want, and they seem to use that freedom really well. They're very mechanically skilled bowlers. Let's see if there's a change-up that does occur.
It's not just the mentality or the skill level individually of all these players. The fact that they have to set a target means they have no limits, right? Means they got to score as high as possible, perhaps even 70. If they have a target to chase, then they know exactly how much to play in a certain ball. And yeah, for now, Dubai Vipers can just hope that Sydney Panthers keep on making fielding mistakes like these, so they can keep padding up their stats and get the runs again and again.
Yeah. Had a couple of misfields now, but there it is, the player stats. Mukesh has been quite pivotal here for the side of the Vipers. Let's see if he can continue to be the anchor that rock his team needs.
I think they need this anchor to move.
Yeah.
Need him to run. Get those runs on the board.
Been a relatively quiet over though so far. Nothing too fancy in a relatively quiet game, except for that 1 wicket and 1 boundary at the start.
Maybe now the heat will turn up. Usually you have a very good habit of cursing these kind of plays, Floki.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of caster curses, sometimes me and Lucifer will be having a conversation and whatever we're discussing just happens in the next ball. I feel like I'm a seer, or I don't know, perhaps a cursed person who just, I'm a prophet who just manifests all this.
Yeah. Not too sure if you've seen JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but there is a hero in that who sees into the future. I think that's who you'd be.
Yeah, my life is bizarre enough, thank you.
But again, it's starting to get a little bit heated up here. It was a little close. So the Vipers are safe. 31 score though. I mean, this is certainly not bad. You do want to start knocking it out of the park though. If you want to touch that 60 mark, that is when it becomes a little bit easier to defend, and that is when the Dubai Vipers can really use that added pressure in the second innings.
Exactly. Dubai Vipers, they don't really thrive under pressure well. But when they are the ones who are applying pressure on the opponents, oh boy.
Yeah.
They become boa constrictors, you know, just surrounding their prey, encircling them, and then squeezing the life out of them slowly.
Yeah, they go from the Dubai Vipers to the Dubai Pythons, and oh wow, it's a very powerful shot, but the fielder was there, so again, no room for 3. Only 2.
Razan has kept them humble so far. Apart from that one fielding mishap which resulted in 3 runs in a single bowl, this over was relatively nice and safe for the side of Sydney Panthers.
Sure was, and gonna mark end of 3 overs. Now only 2 remaining. It's going to be Akshu, the side of the Panthers, who is the fast medium bowler. Let's see if he can make a difference and get some wickets for his team.
And you can already see that by just touching the ball, they are able to send it all the way towards deep square leg.
Yeah.
So those balls soaring above the speed of 120, 130 definitely will have a chance of going all the way across the boundary, especially when they're on Yorker length, but it can also
Beautiful.
be a catch. Luckily, this one isn't.
Yeah, really good pull coming out here. When you least expect it, that is when they strike. Dubai Vipers, they find a pulsar in this 125, showstopper for straight towards the long off. The fielder was not found. And again, a good shot, but the fielders, there's some really good bowling and fielding coming through in the Panthers, except for that one boundary. Akshu, as long as he can limit number of boundaries to 1 in this over, I think he'll have done his job and then some. Oh, okay, it's a graceful shot. Standing up on one leg to give that ball a lot of height.
Should we come up with a name for that shot?
The ballerina?
I'm pretty sure there already is a name for this one, but it just looks so much more graceful in this game.
Yeah.
So much cooler. And there you go. The captain of the Dubai Vipers,
okay,
Mukesh, has reached 150 runs individually.
Yeah. And again, just sheer consistency coming through here from the Dubai Vipers. One thing I have to commend them for is, despite this being the second last over, they've only lost like 1 wicket. So they've really limited the damage, and now you can start to see them get a bit more aggressive for those boundaries. I believe next over should be bowled by Azan, so that means that there is going to be a chance to get a couple more boundaries in. But no, instead they bring out their fast bowler, Saurabh. Okay. It's an interesting choice. Oh, wait a second. I think Azan already bowled. I could be wrong.
Well, regardless, Saurabh is here. And he is hungry for those wickets.
Yeah.
Bouncer right off the bat. And Manish forced to play the ballerina again.
Yeah, good job on the inside outfield. I feel like that's probably what you want if you're going to be the fast pacer here. You want to control those boundaries and
stop the bleeding.
Yeah, and a lot of presence towards the inside circle of towards long on and long off. Oh, no chance for a catch, it seemed.
But at least it's not a boundary again, and the Sydney Panthers are doing a phenomenal job of restricting these boundaries. I think they've only allowed like some 3 or 4 boundaries so far.
Yeah. Well, let's see if the Dubai Vipers can break out of those shackles. Find a good shot. That is a solid shot again, but it's towards the fielders, so no chance for getting a boundary or scoring 3 runs. It's just limited to 2.
Last 3 balls. Manish has to do something over here. Mukesh, at least for himself, has scored 150 runs in the tournament so far, but Manish yet to make any solid marks.
Oh wow, that's a beautiful shot coming through. I'm not too sure if that was intentional. It did look like it chipped the bat, but nonetheless, that is going to be a pulsar in this 125-4. Beautiful one coming through here, just in the nick of time for the Dubai Vipers, and that might just push them to 60.
Yeah, they desperately needed a boundary or 2. Perhaps this will make their lives slightly easier. Give them some breathing room, but they need a lot more
again.
efforts.
What a beautiful shot coming through, Chris. The fielder on the outside had no chance to get to that one. They will indeed touch 60.
Great mind games coming through from the side of the Dubai Vipers. Up until now, Manish was really targeting point and third man.
Yeah.
But this cover drive catches Saurabh off guard for another boundary.
Oh yeah, we'll see if they change the fielding positions, put some more fielders on the outside. Oh, okay. Leaving that ball completely. I believe that was a wide, so there's going to be another chance and a free run.
Not bad.
Yeah. And let's not forget, Manish is the balanced batsman, so he took really, he took real good awareness of the field to play that shot that went right over the inside fielder's heads. He knew that if that shot was towards the on or the leg side of the offside, then it would have been a catch. But thankfully, the Sydney Panthers do mitigate the damage. It's going to be 63 runs, I believe, with the wide to try and win this one out. Yes, indeed it is. The Sydney Panthers, they've got some fantastic batsmen, but the Dubai Vipers are no slouches when it comes to bowling, and the real
manias here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app or visit your nearest store.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
We'll see though. We'll see if Vipers have cut themselves enough slack to play the way they wanna. It's definitely not going to be a walk in the park.
Here's a scary stat for you, Floki. The captain of the Dubai Vipers, Mukesh, he's the only person in the tournament to have 10 wickets so far.
Wow.
The only man with double digits.
That is insane. Ooh, and we're going to be starting off with a dot ball in the power play over Harbhajan. Going to be opening things up here. The off spinner who has an econ rating of 11, and considering that it's always in the power play overs, it's really good. Second ball itself, Dubai Vipers, they find a wicket. This is what we talked about. You have to be careful. You cannot be a bit too aggressive, a bit too lenient, because the Vipers, they will strike. Ball up in the grass, waiting for the perfect moment for their prey to arrive, and they strike indeed. A beautiful Lenskart wicket. 0 for 1 loss. That too on the second ball itself. Oh yeah.
Harbhajan is channeling all his rage into his arms and tossing it over. Even though he's a spinner, he's consistently bowling at around 90 to 100.
Close. No cigar. Yeah. And, well, like you said, you know, Harbhajan is... Well, he's certainly done a lot of heavy lifting here, just in these first 3 balls itself. And the Panthers, they have to be left scratching their heads. Yumna and Chetan, though, are definitely members who can make the most of these power play overs, but some good bowling coming through here from the Vipers, preventing boundaries once again, at least in these first 4 openers. Hey, if, you know, by God's grace, they somehow manage to score 2 sixes, all will be well for the Sydney Panthers. Well, that remains to be seen. Not a 6, but definitely a 4, and the Sydney Panthers finally get some breathing room here. The second last ball of the over, and it touches the boundary.
Welcome to the Prophecy Club, Floki. You say it and it manifests itself into existence. A powerful pulsar in this 125 shot.
Yeah, I'm only 75% of the way there. You know, I was saying it was going to be a 6, but it's actually a 4, so clearly not on your level yet, but by the end of it, hopefully.
You know, and it's funny that Lucifer came in, you know, a few days after we did. And yet he's got some of the most craziest predictions so far.
Yeah, didn't he go? Didn't he got like predictions right yesterday?
All of them. He got 3 correct at the minimum, maybe even 4.
Okay.
But it could have been all. I mean, after I saw those streak of green dots right next to his name, I stopped looking at him.
Yeah, me too. I mean,
like, even in real life, I stopped looking at him. I didn't even wave hi to him when I saw him today.
Wow. Yeah, well, you know, we have our own little mini competition going here, folks, between the analysts and the commentators. The ones with lots of greens don't talk to the ones with a lot of reds.
He's actually waving to me right
this. Yeah, I can see it too. How you doing, buddy? But hey, 3 runs for the Sydney Panthers here, off of, well, an unnecessary dive from one of the fielders. I mean, the Dubai Vipers, they are one of the teams that do tend to win that do tend to win extremely one-sided games. You know, they either smash it out of the park or, you know, there's never a chance. But if they can somehow channel their Mumbai Grizzlies, they can play in a more balanced way. It's really going to help them cross the finishing line, because they bowled really well in the first over.
So you're telling me that you want them to adapt the tendencies and the mannerisms of Mumbai Sharks simply so that they can get to this stuff?
My God. Okay, well, right as we say, there's another wicket coming through here. Chhatrapati has been taken out by Vijay. And man, that was really well timed. Targeting the middle stump.
So good. Good length ball. Not even that much spin into it, and it just goes straight towards the middle stumps. Amazing stuff by Vijay.
Yep. But again, I mean, Chetan was one of their balanced batsmen, so they haven't really lost all that much. And right away, we can see them bouncing back for the boundary. The Panthers, they're not really celebrating this though, because they're not in the clear just yet.
Chennai Panthers, even though they don't have any matches today, they're just here to witness what their opponents are doing, studying all their patterns, learning their mannerisms. Yeah, they are a studious bunch.
They certainly are. But 4 balls done here in the second over, and again a great shot towards the long onside, and that's going to mean another boundary for the Panthers. But again, no joy, no relief on their faces just yet. They're still in the deep end, without a float.
Yeah, such a clean shot towards that straight side. He didn't even try to loft it. That was definitely either a stroke or a push, and yet it went all the way there.
Yep. Vijay, this over has definitely been a mixed bag for him this time around. Oh, a dropped catch. He's not going to feel too pleased about that. That was a missed opportunity here for the Vipers, but nonetheless, still a successful over here.
Very successful over. Relinquishing only 10 runs, taking a wicket. And by the end of that last ball, he did strike a little bit of fear into the heart of Akshu. Now he won't be attempting those straight drives anymore.
Certainly not. I mean, he's going to think twice before he does that. Well, he should be seeing the fielding setups being changed. It seemed to have a lot of players on the inside field, but now, yeah, going to go to the inside outfield. It's not going to be anything that is out of the ordinary, and for good reason. At this point, giving away 2s is not the biggest deal. Preventing boundaries is what really matters. That's exactly why.
Precisely. Pradyumna, though, here's a very interesting factoid about him. He's only a few runs away from the 150 mark. In fact, I think he might have already crossed 150 personal runs. But that isn't really a good thing. You know why?
Why?
He's the only person in his team with triple digits runs.
Yeah. And even though that might have been a factor of the Sydney Panthers losing, they certainly want to correct it now. They want to change up that scoreboard. They want to change up that leaderboard. And they all want to start showing exactly what they're made of. Definitely a team that has a lot of potential, but hasn't shined in the past few days.
Exactly. And they do rely on Pradyumna a little too much. So while he scores that wonderful boundary, that powerful 4, he will have to do a lot more of that in order to carry Sydney Panthers across. Either that or everyone else needs to start lifting their own weight.
Yeah, good shot. Coming through towards the mid-wicket, giving them a 3. And slowly but surely they're chipping away at the mountain. 32 needed now off of 15. As they start to bring down the required run rate. 1 inch at a time. And not getting too hasty. They've already lost 2 wickets. They're conserving wickets for the last 9 balls is probably the most important thing here for the Panthers.
Definitely.
Making sure Pradyumna gets there.
Yeah, they are enabling Pradyumna to get all the runs possible. Even Akshu is doing quite well. A strike rate of 300 so far is super impressive for him. But like I said, they need to be careful about their wickets again. Sydney Panthers, they have acquired a run rate of 12.8 now, which is indeed possible. You know, maintaining just a little about 12 runs and over is possible if you score like 2 runs on every ball and perhaps like 1 boundary. So it is quite achievable. It's not an impossible target for the Sydney Panthers. But Dubai Vipers, I'm really afraid of what's going to happen when they start deploying all of their pacers and they start swinging their balls.
Yeah, Pradyumna just needs to stay alive here up until the final over. If he manages to do that, the field will naturally tighten because you want to prevent those 2s and 3s from coming through, and that's when Pradyumna can make the most out of the situation. That is when the Dubai Vipers will be really tested. Trial by fire. The first over in the second innings that has been somewhat quiet with no wicket. So,
but speaking of wickets, here comes the leading wicket taker of this team.
Oh my God! Prophesized! And Pradyumna has been taken off the pitch. Beautiful catch coming through.
There's a reason why they fear him. There's a reason why Mukesh is called the dispatcher. 11th wicket of the tournament, and he still stands as the only person with more than double digits in wickets.
Oh, yeah. Man, I have to say that was a dolphin dive towards the ball. Had complete intention to catch it. And that's going to be, well, a twofer, but a much-needed speed bump here for the side of the Dubai Vipers. Taking out Pradyumna, and now, I mean, a mammoth task for Akshu here. He needs to scale this mountain, and he needs to do that without any ice picks, without any hiking boots, without any safety rope, none of that. It's just him and his bat.
And his pure brute strength, which is surprising because he isn't even a brute.
Yeah. You better hope his virtual character has been hitting the gym. Oh, and that's a beautiful shot, but will it be caught? No, it will not. It's over the fielder's head, straight towards the boundary. The Sydney Panthers, well, they'll keep themselves in contention. Good shot coming through. As I believe that is also what the Mumbai Grizzlies mouthed to one another.
Yeah, indeed.
I think those were Milan's words, but let's see if Panthers can continue to keep up the pace.
The audacity, though, to attempt a 6 in an over where Mukesh is the one throwing balls at you.
Yeah. Mind games coming through. 16 needed off a 7. Doable. Very doable. But you need awareness. You need timing.
And
you need nerves of steel.
I know, right? You need nerves of steel and cojones the size of Jupiter in order to go for boundaries in an over like this.
Yeah. And well, I mean, again, the damage has been limited. They continue to maintain the run rate of 12. Of course, it does mean that they need a boundary or two here to try and bring this one back. But they could also look to tie, and that would be frustrating for the Dubai Vipers. If they somehow manage to tie here on Sydney Panthers, I think that would also be really good, because this is a match that they should not win if you're going to go by the book.
Wamsi has one of the most expensive econs in the entire team, 13.29.
Oh, wow. I believe that one might be off the boundary. Nothing to stop that, Cripps.
And now you know why the econ isn't all that great.
Yeah. 10-5. That's the ratio. 2 runs per ball. That is what is needed here, Cripps. And you can see the Dubai Vipers starting to tense up a little bit.
Feeling the heat.
Understanding the need of the hour too. Now, a tough decision to make. Do you place your fielders on the outside or the inside to prevent those twos from coming in? Well, the answer is not going to be crystal clear just yet.
Yeah, a lot of murky water over here that you need to navigate through. You need all your senses, all your wits about you to run through this minefield full of fielders. Minefield that is ready to explode at any given moment. And even Vamsi himself is an explosive bowler. Taking the stump off, the bails go flying, and the pressure is on. Dubai Vipers might have a chance just yet.
Yeah. Holy moly. This is shaping to be a close one.
So they did listen to you.
Yeah.
They did take inspiration from the Mumbai Grizzlies and made it a very close game.
Oh yeah, certainly. Playing things close to the chest here. That means your bench press better be solid.
Okay, so they need at least a 6 and 2 4s in order to win this one. If they can prevent even one of these boundaries, Dubai Vipers should be in the clear.
Yeah. Well fielded though. Only safety for 2. There's the bouncer warning coming through. Thankfully, that's it. No wide.
Yeah.
Did you notice though, the umpire seems to have a bit of a paunch. You know, a bit of a
yeah,
outward tummy.
Yeah, that's me. Inspired by me.
Beautiful. Oh wait, they actually only found 1 in that previous one. Oh no.
Now the pressure's on.
Yeah, it's even worse than I thought. I thought they would have run 2 at least, but now you need 7 off of 2 balls. You need to hit the 4s or at least find a wide somehow. Oh, that's a good job, but I believe that might just be defended. Not caught, but that's okay. Preventing the runs from coming through. 1 final ball standing in their way.
JP needs to go for a maximum. Put the afterburners on. Thrust the jets in. And send that ball flying across. It's the only way to win. And Mamzi just needs to do his best to give as difficult of a ball possible to loft. Even if it's a boundary, even if it's a 4, they should be in the clear. It just cannot be all the way airborne. Swings, hits, it's in the air. It's either a wicket or it's a 4. And even with this boundary, the drums of joy will beat for the Dubai Vipers.
And well, the Sydney Panthers are going to be kicking themselves after that one, after what went down in the first over. That is not the way they planned this one. There was no reason why they had to be that aggressive, but the Dubai Vipers, again, catching every team off guard here. Just when you think you're in the clear, they strike a wicket here, a couple of dot balls there, and that's all that's needed.
And I've never seen someone so disappointed even after they hit a 4.
Yeah.
That's the tragedy for Sydney Vipers. They continue staying towards the second last position of this scoreboard. Meanwhile, Dubai Vipers cement their position on the top. We'll take a look at what these players think about the match after this short break.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted. Lenskart. Download the app.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।
अंकित को विश्वास नहीं हो रहा। अंकित भाई इधर आ यार। क्या हो रहा अंकित? दुबई वाइपर्स मचा रहे भाई। A big round of applause guys. Dubai Vipers have won the match. क्या चालू भाई? क्या क्या कहाँ के आते तुम लोग?
नो वर्ड्स।
नो वर्ड्स।
जिस हिसाब का मैच हुआ,
हाँ,
मतलब इनक्रेडिबल।
देख रहा था जैसे लास्ट ओवर हुआ ना, अंकित बोला भाई, अंकित का छाती 2 इंच और बड़ा हो गया। बोला अभी बोल भाई। बड़ा परफॉर्मेंस यार, बड़ा परफॉर्मेंस। मुकेश, मनीष, द या कंप्लीट टीम एफर्ट, आ जाओ।
सब आ जाएं, सब आज। सब आ जाएं। कंप्लीट टीम एफर्ट था पूरा।
चलो पूरी टीम आ जाए। चलो यार, a big round of applause guys. Dubai Vipers. I think as of now tournament का सबसे dangerous team, Mukesh and Manish especially, all rounders, like the complete all rounders. ये मैच स्टार्ट होने से पहले भी हमारे जो कैप्टन थे, he was the highest wicket taker, and now after the match again he's taken 11 wickets, the highest in the tournament so far. And Manish come here यार, इधर आइए, vice captain साहब. Right now you are the highest run scorer, 178 runs. ऐसे ही बोलते हो स्ट्रैटेजी नहीं है ना? दैट इज योर स्ट्रैटेजी। बताइए यार, आज का आपके लिए ये कैसा था? आज का परफॉर्मेंस टीम का, ये स्ट्रैटेजी क्या था? कैसा हुआ? जैसे सोच रहे थे वैसे हुआ? कुछ अनएक्सपेक्टेड मोमेंट्स था?
जैसे हमने सोचा था उससे वैसे ही हुआ, और सारी टीम हमारी अच्छी खेली।
हाँ,
और हम ट्राई करेंगे आगे भी अच्छे खेले और ये टूर्नामेंट जीते।
मनीष का स्टैंडर्ड वो स्क्रिप्ट है। जैसे अभिषेक हर दिन एक नया स्क्रिप्ट बनाता है ना, मनीष ने एक ही स्क्रिप्ट लिया है। तो मतलब मैं जो हारे जीते जो भी हो, मैं यही बोलूँगा, एंड ही इज परफॉर्मिंग यार। कैप्टन, आप बताइए कि सिडनी पैंथर्स के साथ सच में कोई स्ट्रैटेजी थी या क्या ही?
अपनी उम्मीद थी बस 60 प्लस करना है, वो लोग मैच वहीं खत्म था। बस
आपके लिए हैशटैग फाइंड योर ग्लोरी मोमेंट कौन सा था मैच में?
लास्ट ओवर जो एजलक के विकेट आया, वहां लगा मैच आ गया अपने हाथ में। अब
तभी वो अक्षु को देख के बोल रहा, अक्षु आज कितने कॉफी नहीं, कोल्ड कॉफी, वो भी आइसक्रीम के साथ।
आज तो मेरी तरफ से रह गया।
आज दुबई वाइपर्स की तरफ से यार। गाइस, वंस अगेन अ बिग राउंड ऑफ अप्लॉज फॉर दिस टीम, सच अ डोमिनेंट परफॉर्मेंस। कांग्रेचुलेशंस यार, प्लीज हैव योर सीट। थैंक यू, कांग्रेचुलेशंस टीम। गाइस, 7वां दिन, match number 1, and you've seen it. The Dubai Vipers are at the top of the table. They've got highest wicket taker and highest run scorer, both in the same team. बहुत interesting हो रहा है, और 5 मैचेस बाकी है आज के दिन. So guys, stay tuned and I'll be right back. But before me going, throw it to my expert analyst.
All new Pulsar Mania's here. Maniacs wanted.
Lenskart. Download the app now.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा.
Finolex pipes. पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं.
Well, the table toppers with a top-notch performance to stay again on top of the table. Chetan, they changed that narrative of winning the toss, and there it says that if you are a good team, irrespective of the toss, you still can win.
Absolutely, Roshan, and this is the 4th time in 31 matches that the team batting first has defended its total. Defended 62. 62 can be tough to chase. We have seen on some occasions that it's been easy to chase, but Dubai made it difficult because they have the 2 best bowlers in the tournament.
Well, rightfully said, when we had Ankit who started earlier, just gave that 10 runs on board, but eventually got out early, shifting the onus again on the same usual suspects, isn't it?
Yeah, this pair has set this tournament afire. पूरी tournament में इनके जैसी जोड़ी कोई नहीं है. मुकेश, मनीष, not out 24 of 12, 27 of 13. मतलब आप इनके पार अगर नहीं जाओगे तो दुबई को आप नहीं हरा सकते. And that is what happened again. They got to 60 plus, and then they also, took wickets today. So all-round performance once again from Dubai, and another victory.
Well, Dubai were put into bat earlier on, and in fact, it was a challenge for them because they were challenging that usual narrative of winning the toss and choosing to bowl first. But again, like I did say, that the Sydney Panthers fell short completely. As a team, of course, nothing working for them for now, at least.
Yeah, and they needed a good start to chase that 60-odd down. 0 for Azan and 0 for my namesake Chetan as well. Pradyumna doing what he does best, 21 of 9. He's the only one who's crossed 150 in this team. Akshu, he's been in good form of late, but he's coming too lower down the order. Perhaps they were trying to negate Mukesh, and Manish did not work out. Mukesh with one other wicket. I think he's moved on to 11 wickets now for the tournament. But this is a good performance from Dubai with the bat and with the ball.
Well, Sydney, of course, lost that wicket in the very second ball, or rather lost 2 quick wickets, which is actually being a problem for them. It's just the dependence on the likes of maybe, let's say, Akshu, who is doing all the damage. We have a look at the Dubai Vipers bowling there. Again, Harbhajan and Vijay there.
Yeah, Harbhajan, Vijay. I think this is very, very important to look at that. Mukesh and Manish have been getting you wickets, but this is important. Why? क्योंकि विजय और वामसी एक दूसरे की भाषा को समझते हैं. They don't speak much Hindi, they don't speak much English. So what they have changed? What has Dubai changed? पहले वो कप्तान को बिठाते थे. Mukesh used to sit with all the bowlers, but now Vijay and Vamsi sit with each other when Vijay bowls. And since that has started happening, Vijay has started picking wickets. Harbhajan has started picking wickets, and that is the key to Dubai's recent success.
It's so crucial when the captain is leading from the front with your team, knowing, of course, how the match can turn out. On the other side, Sydney Panthers there, not much of luck there with the bowl because it's just, again, Chetan who got that 1 wicket, but again, very expensive there, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, look at Azan and Akshu and Saurabh. They have been the chief bowlers for Sydney. Going for runs, didn't really work out. Their 2 main batsmen, Mukesh and Manish, again in the runs as we look at this match scorecard. 27 not out, 24 not out, a wicket for Mukesh and the support bowlers as well. All-round performance from Dubai. They get those 2 points and a good shot for them to finish top of the table.
There, of course, Akshu did have a good performance there. But again, Manish and Mukesh with that partnership which really helped them. And without a doubt, Manish is that man to look out for. 27 runs. I think it's just becoming a routine by the standards that they've set.
For me, he is the player of the tournament. But now Mukesh is also really coming up, picking up wickets, getting those runs. If you get these 2 all-rounders, you will get past Dubai. But इतना अच्छा खेल रहे हैं वो कि इतनी ज़बरदस्त परफॉर्मेंस है कि दूसरी टीम बिल्कुल भी उनके पार नहीं जा पा रही है, and that's the reason why Dubai are on a roll.
Well, they did find their nick towards that little fag end of the last couple of games that they've had, and the partnerships. Well, Ankit started with the 6 in that second ball, but I think that fireworks didn't go too long. Mukesh had to join that party. Eventually, Manish and Mukesh, 51 time, and again, I think they're crossing that barrier, isn't it?
Yeah, 51 of 26, one of the only two partnerships of 50 plus in 31 matches in this tournament. It's been a brilliant batting performance. जहां पे ये दोनों चल रहे हैं, मैं बार-बार यही कह रहा हूं, जहां पे दो ये चल रहे हैं प्लेयर्स, चाहे वो बैट से हो, चाहे वो बॉल से हो, दुबई को हराना मुश्किल है.
But then how do you break these two? What is that strategy to break them through? Because by now you've seen that these players know each other as well. They know their weaknesses as well. Is there a way out for this?
I mean, you just have to cramp up in terms of runs. Look what they did to Sydney. They took that early wicket, put them under pressure, then take another wicket a few runs later. So don't allow the partnerships to build. अगर आप वो pressure डाल देंगे, and that's where Roy has been crucial in the last 3 matches. He's given them quick starts, speedy starts, not big starts, but very small, quick, speedy starts. जिसकी वजह से they get a platform, the opposition is on the back foot, and then they are able to score those runs.
Well, the batting order can be reshuffled, remember, if they wish to do that. But there were 4s and 6s in that very game that you all saw. Let's have a look at the 4s and 6s brought to you by Pulsar and S125 Showstopper. Brilliant effort then from the Dubai side in that innings which they had. Of course, we did have wickets fall as well, more for the likes of the Sydney Panthers. We'll have a look at the wickets brought to you by Lenskart. Well, Sydney Panthers there have to do some things new out here in order to get that winning momentum back. But at the end of the day, it is Dubai Vipers who get that 2 points like we've been talking about right at the start. It also pumps up the confidence of the Dubai Vipers getting into that, eventually throughout the day. We'll have a look at that points table. There again, taking that crucial, going across that 2-digit in that points table.
Yeah, for Sydney, I mean, in the last 5 games, they've lost 4 matches now. So you're right, Roshan, they have to change something. जब आप 5 में से 4 मुकाबले हार जाते हो, you know why you are at number 7. The run rate saved them a bit. Chennai Wolves के नीचे नहीं गए. They only lost by 1 run. But again, they have another game coming against Mumbai Grizzlies. So वहाँ पे they can save their day. But look at Dubai Vipers. 9 matches now, 12 points, sitting atop the points table. And you know what? This team can finish a 3rd consecutive day on top. Yes, Baki results need to go their way because London, Kolkata, Mumbai, they're all playing 2 games. But it can happen. They have the necessary points on the board.
Well, We have that game coming up where London Rhinos on second, of course, standing second in that table. What Dubai have done is taken maximum points as much as they could in that progress. But for now, of course, we're gearing up for that game. London Rhinos taking on Mumbai Grizzlies. Remember, the Rhinos are in good form up to the last couple of games that they've had. But for now, we're heading into a short little break. On the other side, we'll be starting with the game.
All new Pulsar Manias here. Maniacs wanted.
लेकिन ये पाइप चलेगा।
फिनोलेक्स पाइप्स, पीढ़ियां बदलेंगी, पाइप नहीं।